Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. So today we will be finally taking a look at this big bird, and I gotta say I really like it a lot. Like, look at the transformation of the colors from this purple to this shiny version which is dark and red. It actually lives by the name of Overlord Shadow Ho-Oh. I mean, I really like it a lot. Not just the colors, of course, but also his abilities look very nice and very cool, and that's what we will be taking a look today in this video. We will be making the Overlord Shadow Ho-Oh. Let's make it shiny first. Look at this, even like the normal one, normal one's not that bad. If we go over here, like, look at the team, I would say that it's a little bit way too purple for my taste, like way too many flames. But now, we will be finally going to make this big boy into an Overlord, and I gotta say I am very excited to see how this turns out. But yeah, I do believe that this Pokemon does have potential for any stage of the game. I would say that according to his skills, he will be like an early mid-game attacker, a strong attacker, and even later in the game he can be used as a buffer, but not as much as an attacker. But we will be taking a look at him during this video. So let's go and do some battle testings, and I'll explain you guys how this big boy works. But first, before going to the battle testings, let's just take a look at the passive, and we are going to even compare the passive to the old Ho-Oh so that you guys can understand. For those who don't know, who have not seen the video about the normal dark Ho-Oh, not the shadow one, please go to the video of yesterday, to the previous video, so that you guys understand better about this guy. But over here on the passive, just to start with the passive, he has something new, which is the rebirth. When he gets attacked, he recovers a 30% HP to all of your Pokemon, and the action points will be greatly increased. This means that even if your Ho-Oh is slow, if he gets attacked, he will move right after he gets attacked. So it's amazing. And not just that, remember that the normal dark Ho-Oh, when he would be flying, he would get 50% extra skill power. Well, this guy gets 100% extra skill power when he's flying. So it will be, as I said, hopefully an amazing attacker for the early to mid game, and I don't know, later in the game also can be used as an attacker, but probably mostly just a buffer. Let's take a look and see how he works. So just like the other Ho-Oh, this one also has 5 skills, with this extra one that is used to debuff, and this one is to deal like the damage when they are full HP. But anyways, let's take a look at the skills once again. So this one, it will deal flying type damage. It's a group skill. Basically, this dispels all the controls of your Pokemon. So if you have other teammate Pokemons that are stunned or etc., it will dispel all of that. Increase the physical attack by 30% and the speed by 20%. Double for dark Pokemon. These dark Pokemon, I believe it's shadow Pokemon. I will be testing this in the future. I cannot say right now, but it should be shadow Pokemon and not actually the dark type Pokemon. All your Pokemon's restriction damage will be reduced by 50%. This is all for 1 round, and then it goes flying. But if we go on the Z flying over here, he gets all of that, inflicts 2 stacks of burn instead of 1, and also he will move again. So basically, right now, I will get more physical attack, right? And then I will just get like a little bit more. I mean, since the buff is only for 1 round, it's okay. He only gets 1 of the stacks, right? But the problem is he will just give 2 stacks of buff to your teammates. So going to the dark skill, we have a dark dance over here, which will absorb the target, the enemy buffs, and also stun the target for 1 round. The skill has 50% crit and crit damage and can attack Shadow Assault Pokemon. But if for some reason you need that extra damage to finish somebody off, you can use the Z Dark Dance, which also ignores Guardian Souls if the enemy has one, and also has 100% crit damage instead of 50% crit damage. So basically, this is how it looks over here, and also it says that deals damage to all the enemies, but I don't believe that is the case, because the damage that we have seen over here dealing to the enemies, it seems like it's damage from the passive of him doing Reaper damage. But then again, this might mean just me that I have like a tanky set. This guy is not built to do a full physical attack damage right now, he's just built to survive, and maybe he's actually doing damage when I do this. And yeah, going to his third skill, we have a skill name that we cannot even read, which is the Blue Flame. Okay, so we have the Blue Flame over here, and the Blue Flame is a group type skill, fire type, which will deal damage to the enemy Pokemon and does more damage the more HP that you do have. So it's basically the same as the skill that it was on the normal Ho-Oh, but with a little bit of a higher skill power. And we also have, like, attached to this skill over here, we also have, let me just put this on 3x so that they can do all their dances and do everything that they want to do. We also have this skill over here that will dispel all the buffs, so clears all the buffs and ignites all the enemy Pokemons. And for each layer of burn that they have, for example, they right now have like 3 layers of burn, so for each layer of burn that they have, it will deal non-type physical attack damage, ignoring defense, and yeah, it's a 30 skill power over here, but it will deal like 30 skill power for each stack of burn, ignoring defenses and hitting Pokemon anywhere they are. But going back to this fire skill over here, looking at the Z skill, the different thing that it does, it's ignoring and dispelling Guardian Souls, and also inflicting 2 layers of burning, which the normal skill would only inflict 1 stack of burning. And also, yeah, that's basically it. Everything else is the same. The skill has 100% hit and can hit Pokemons anywhere they are, which is exactly the same as this one. So let's just do it, just so that we can see the animation. As you see, like, that's a lot of burning. That's a lot of Reaper damage as well, because he deals Reaper damages like at the end of the battle. And oh, they did heal a lot, but the burning still exists because the burning cannot be removed. But oh boy, we got 1 shot now. And finally, going to the ultimate. So the ultimate over here is a fire type ultimate, but it will deal 2 times restriction damage to all Pokemon except Shadow Pokemon anyways. Ignores and dispels Guardian Souls, and also inflicts 1 stack of burning, 1 layer of the Dark Flame effect. The skill has 50% extra crit, and also it will deal 3 per damage of 30% to dark type Pokemon. And once you release the skill, it also goes flying and it can hit Pokemon anywhere, like wherever they are. But if you need extra damage as well, you can just go for the Z Ultimate, Z Dark Inferno, which also ignores and dispels Guardian Souls, but also dispels target's buffs, which this one, the normal one, does not dispel any buff, right? This one will dispel the target's buffs and also has 50% extra crit damage, so this one is for sure something that if you want to one-shot the enemy, this one will one-shot. About abilities, I'm going to keep the same abilities right now, which is a speed boost and heavy armor, but if for some reason I would play this Pokemon like in the late game, let's call it that way, as a buffer and not as an attacker, I would probably go for Holy Body and Safeguard. So after going through all the skills, now let's try to play him in a battle. Right now we are going to, first of all, we are going to try him like solo, just like we did with the other Ho-Oh. So I'm going to fly, getting that 30% extra special attack, and I'm going to target our Overlord Tapu Fini. As you can see, like the damage over here, it's kinda similar to the previous Dark Ho-Oh if you have seen the thing yesterday, but honestly, like, look at this burning. They're just burning everywhere, and There's nothing that can save them from the burning, honestly. Because just the fact that I could Z flying effect, so the Z flying, which makes me move again first round, it's huge, honestly. Now Ho-Oh has a bunch of buffs, so let's use this blue flame over here to remove some of the buffs, and now we can just stun the Ho-Oh so that he doesn't move next round. Look at this, beautiful. Now we can just use our ultimate, which didn't do much because it still has the damage reduction right now. And remember, our ultimate does more damage if we are flying, so it has 100% more skill power if we are flying. And honestly, this battle felt like really easy. Just to remember, you guys, what gear am I running right now? So I'm running speed boost and heavy armor, right? And I'm running a simple Regigigas gear. I'm not running a damage dealing gear, I'm running a Regigigas gear. And even on the wish stars, I have nothing that boosts my damage besides this one on the first 2 rounds, which is the physical. So let's try against a higher, let's say a higher challenge over here against this guy that has a Hoopa, and we will see how it goes against this guy with just our Shadow Ho-Oh Overlord solo. So this guy has a Hoopa, so it's a little bit more complicated, but we are going to run the same strategy. So we're going to fly over here. We cannot move again, even though I used a Z-Fly. We cannot move again because the enemy has a Zoroark, and the Zoroark, sadly, does not allow your Pokemon to move twice. But now we can basically just do this. Hoopa cannot. Okay, here's the problem number 1, right? Which is, since Ho-Oh does not have a safeguard, does not has anything, he can get taunted, he can get confused. So he got confused by Hoopa. Now the only way of we to just survive is not to hit ourselves in confusion, and hopefully now I'm gonna remove all the debuffs over here. This Hoopa, will this Hoopa one-shot me? Oh my god, that was very close. That was very close, but it's okay. Now, if we don't hit ourselves in confusion, since the ultimate also hits Pokemon that are flying, diving, burrowing, Shadow Force, etc., this will hit Hoopa and did not do damage. Surprisingly did not do damage. I'm not sure why. I'm honestly not sure what happened up there. It's probably just the Regigigas shields. It's way too much Regigigas shields right now. Let's fly again, and hopefully now we have enough damage. But oh, okay, no, never mind. This is bugged. This is bugged. That's what is going on. That is what is going on. So like the friends battles sometimes are bugged, right? What I mean like that sometimes are bugged is, for example, the enemy just procs so many Regigigas shields. Look at that! 2 Regigigas shields out of nowhere. And I did heal a lot now. I did heal a lot. Well, I think I'll just put my Regigigas shields as well. Why not, right? I don't want to use ultimate right now. I want to use ultimate when I am flying. So that's what I will do. I will just save my ultimate. I cannot... Oh my god. Well, it's okay. Maybe I should take down just Zoroark first to see if we're done with it, you know? We're done with you, Zoroark. Oh my god, so many shields. This is honestly disgusting. I'm gonna skip this one. Since this one is bugged, I'm gonna skip this one. We would easily win the battle over here, so I'm gonna skip this one, and let's go to the next battle. On the next battle, I'm actually pushing myself a little bit too much, because this guy has a really strong Hoopa. So what I'm going to do is try not to get one shot by this kind of stuff. So right now, as you can see, he lost a lot of HP due to the burning. I am confused, so I might hit myself. And what I'm going to do, since he was buffed by Zoroark, I'm going to use my Z ultimate so that I can also dispel the buffs from him and hopefully one shot at least one bar. But apparently that's not gonna happen because, as you guys know, I have a Regigiga set. I'm not built to do damage. This is probably like a 10 million, a 15, 12 million Hoopa, honestly. So this is very normal that I that I just cannot kill him right now. It's a 12 million Hoopa. But as you guys could see, he still hangs on like very well, even being like a massive Hoopa over there. I'm going to try to do some fixes to the Ho-Oh, and maybe it will be strong enough to take down that Hoopa. So, after some changes, this is the team that I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Earth Devil just because of the passive, which is like making the enemy take a little bit more damage and also lose a little bit of HP, and also Overlord Victini also just because of the passive, because both of these Pokemon, even if they die, the passive still stays over there. So let's go again against Zexy and try to beat Zexy with a 5 million Ho-Oh. So it's 5.4 million. He doesn't have like that big of a change on his skills. So as we can see that Hoopa is going to move first. The Zoroark already buffed, sadly. So the Zoroark already buffed, sadly. But even though he taunted me, remember this is a buff that does damage. So this is a skill power buff. So technically we are still okay, right? Let's use our Z our Z ultimate over here. As you could see, everything was okay. We are still on the air and everything looks very fine until now. Now that, what will we do? Do we want to remove the buffs with the Z? And why am I confused still if I just use Volcanion? Maybe my Volcanion is not leveled up and it's not removing the buff still. So let me just oh my god, I don't need right now to remove my my confusion, so I'm just going to do that. If I need to remove my confusion, I have my heal metal over here. I kinda just wanted to see what I need to do. Ooh. Okay, right now I'm not confused. Right now this is the time that this Hoopa will go down. Hoopa is losing so much HP because of the burning stacks. Remember, each burning stack is like, what, 6% HP? So he's losing like a lot. I have my heal badge now, so there's no more confusion. And this Hoopa will go down. Easy peasy, and I'm still flying. So this Zoroark cannot target me, and I don't know what happened over there. But let's go, let's finish this guy off. And epic, honestly epic, with a 5 million Ho-Oh, taking a Hoopa down like that, a Hoopa that had Ho-Oh set. Of course I also had Ho-Oh set, but I believe if I would play that like a little bit better, and if I had like other counters to confusion, like a berry or something like that, I would probably take down that Hoopa very easily. So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed to see this beautiful big boy on action. And you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this Shadow Ho-Oh? In my opinion, it feels like it's a really strong Pokemon for the early game. I'm not sure what would I team him with, because it feels like he works with everything. Of course, if you have a Zoroark, if you have something else that will buff his typing, it will just make him much better and probably just one-shot almost everything with his ultimate. In a way, it feels that, in my opinion, like his main damage skill is the ultimate. That's why in the previous video I said that the Ho-Oh against DND would probably not work, because DND is a Pokemon that will seal his ultimate, so I don't think he would have that big of experience against DND. But I'm not sure, this is just expectations, this is just like a first impression on this Shadow Ho-Oh. I liked it a lot, you guys let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video.